If you're on Facebook promoting your craft products, you might be making these common mistakes and missing out on potential sales. So keep watching this video so you can find out what those mistakes are as well as how to fix them. Hey there, May here. I help makers, artists, and designers create a consistent income from selling their handmade products online. The first thing is, don't post on Facebook blindly without looking at your data or analytics on a weekly basis. I think a lot of people don't think to look at their stats. The thing is, numbers don't lie, and your stats can tell you when you're doing something right and effective versus when something you're doing is less effective. For example, looking at your stats by going into your Facebook page insights will show you which of your posts get more reach and engagement. You can very quickly see which posts do better than others and take the time to study why that might be the case. Was it because your post was of your product photo on a white background? Or was it because you asked a question in your post? Was it because it was a video post or a photo post? When you make this a habit to look at your insights, you can start to see patterns for what does well on your page. There are some general tips I can share with you in this video, but the specifics are going to be different for every page because every business and product and audience is different. When you know what works well, you want to keep doing more of that. The mistake people make is not looking at the numbers to help you determine what types of content and how to post. I know most people hate Facebook's algorithm and it's really tough to get your posts seen by your fans, right? This is a very simple and fast way to instantly improve your Facebook page reach and engagement. Number 2, don't just share your own products every time. That would be similar to like if you went to a party and started talking to people. Don't be that person that's only ever always talking about themselves. People don't generally like people who only talk about themselves all the time. It doesn't make other people feel good about themselves. So, what should you do? Ask other people questions. Get to know them. Be a listener. Start conversations. That's more interesting and will get people to remember you better in a positive way. Remember, the bottom line is, it's about how you make other people feel. So taking this back to your Facebook page, it's okay to promote your crafts on Facebook, but don't do that every time you post on Facebook. You want to mix things up and have diverse content types. Post to other people's content. Share posts and videos from other large Facebook pages that are already getting great engagement. You don't have to create all the content on your page yourself. Facebook actually likes it when you share other people's content occasionally. That's why the share button exists. It helps keep people browsing Facebook. And at the end of the day, that's Facebook's number one goal. And if you can help them do that, Facebook is going to treat you better in return by improving your reach and engagement. So have a bookmark list of other Facebook pages that has an audience that's similar to your audience. So you have a constant stream of content to share. And the cool thing is, these pages have social proof on their posts in the form of likes, comments, and shares to tell you which of their posts are viral. Pay attention to those posts because you definitely want to share those on your own page. 3, don't leave your commenters hanging. I have seen so many Facebook pages where people leave comments, but the Facebook page owner never replies. Number 1, that doesn't make people feel good and number 2, you want to be building a sense of community on your Facebook page. When you respond to people's comments, you're inviting them to come back to your page to respond to your reply, especially if you reply with a comment that's opening a conversation to happen. And if you know anything about your algorithm, engagement is a big factor that Facebook considers when deciding how much reach to give your posts. So the more engagement you have, the more reach you'll have. And an easy way to increase your engagement is by talking back to your people who are already talking to you. Even if your fans didn't ask questions per se, even if it was just them saying how awesome your post was, or if they tagged a friend in your post, take the time to tell them thank you. This shows them that you're there, you listen, you're present, and people love knowing that you're there mingling with them and not just sitting in your CEO office detached from the world and from your people. Not to mention, some people think it's really cool when the Facebook page responds to their comments. We live in an age where we just assume when we leave a comment, we probably won't get a reply, right? So it's a really nice and cool thing to do for your people. It makes them feel seen and heard. Number 4, don't be inconsistent when posting on Facebook. Facebook, like all other forms of marketing, greatly benefits from having momentum. When you start and stop and start and stop, that's not doing you any favors. You'll find that when you post more consistently, Facebook favors your page and starts to show your content to more of your fans because you're reliable. Now, this doesn't mean you have to post extremely frequently. I used to post 4 times a day, and when I went back down to just posting once a day, I actually saw my engagement and reach go up because I was able to spend more time focusing on the quality of my content and making sure it was really good, rather than spreading myself too thin. So if you've done some Facebook posting in the past, but because you didn't see anything come out of it, you might have let your Facebook page slide a little bit. When you try to come back to it, it's normal to see a decline in reach and engagement because you've lost your momentum. So now you have to work extra hard to bring that momentum back up again. And once you've got that momentum, you want to keep posting consistently so that you're maintaining that momentum. Does that make sense? A couple of easy ways to help with this is to have a set schedule of what types of content you want to post on which days. And then bulk schedule those posts out every week or every few weeks. That is the biggest tip I can share with you about being consistent in your business in general. Bulk schedule and automate things upfront so your business doesn't rely on your daily effort to keep running. I am a terribly inconsistent person. Some mornings I wake up feeling motivated to work on my business, and some days I just don't even want to think about it. And that's totally normal. So don't let your business become a victim of your humanness. Facebook has a built-in scheduler, so definitely use that to schedule your posts. When you use a third-party scheduler for Facebook, Facebook knows that because you have to connect that app with your Facebook page. And you will generally see less reach and engagement that way. Before I share with you some more really great tips and common Facebook page mistakes, if you're enjoying this video so far, please like the video, drop a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. When you do that, you're sending signals to YouTube telling it that you think this is a good video, and YouTube will show it to more handmade people in the YouTube space. 5. Don't make it all about you. This goes back to posting about your products only all the time. Don't be that person at the party that only talks about themselves. I have seen Facebook pages that only ever post about their products. And yes, people follow your page because they're interested in your products. But when you don't give people variety, they get bored. That's one of the core human needs, according to Tony Robbins. When your Facebook fans get bored, they stop engaging with your posts, and that means your engagement drops and your reach will drop in turn. A good mix of content I practice right now is I alternate posting other content that has nothing to do with my product and then posting my products every other day. This is something that's counterintuitive for a lot of creative business owners. But when you start a business, it is very natural to want to talk about yourself and your shop and your products because that's how you think you'll make sales, right? You talk about your stuff. But going back to the analogy of being at a party or networking event, when you flip things around and make it about the other person first, the other person being your potential customer on Facebook, they are going to be 1000% much more likely to want to listen to what you have to say, so that when you do post about your products, they are there, ready to listen and buy. So how do you make it about your customers first? Well, by understanding what they want and what interests them. You're building a community that shares a similar interest in not just your products, but in the overall niche or niche that you are in. So I sell tiny scented food jewelry. So naturally, my niche is in foods and cute things. That's what my people love. And I'll entertain them with posts about those things first, which will increase my engagement and reach and make it more likely that people will buy my stuff. If you're not sure what types of content your audience is interested in, try first several different ideas using some of your best guesses. Then look at your insights so you can see which ideas are getting you the best reach and engagement. Rinse and repeat and continue testing and looking at the data. Eventually, you're going to have such a great handle on who your customers are and what they like to see. So for example, with my people, they're not into just food content.
Nope.
They're not interested in foods from international cultures. They're not interested in savory foods. They like seeing posts about sweet foods, but not just any kind of sweet foods. They love colorful, decadent, mesmerizing content about sweet foods. And I know this so well and so specifically because I have tested lots of different things out. Some of the things I've posted, I thought was amazing because it was amazing to me. But my Facebook fans didn't care at all. It's so important that you put yourself aside and post stuff that your audience cares about first, and the sales will follow. 6. When promoting your craft products on Facebook, don't explicitly ask for tags, comments, or shares. This is a new tricky thing that takes a bit of practice to get good at. If you've been around the block for some time, you'll know that including a call to action in your Facebook posts will encourage people to engage with your post. A call to action is something like, tag a friend below who loves bacon. People did this a lot in previous years, and now Facebook has explicitly said that they don't like posts that do that, because it's not getting people to naturally want to engage. You're in a way fake forcing it to happen, right? And while it is still very effective at raising engagement, Facebook's algorithm knows when you do this and will actively try to prevent you from doing it again. Now, I don't think you're going to get banned or your Facebook page closed down because of this, but there is a fairly easy way to keep doing this without getting on Facebook's bad side. So instead of being specific about how or what you want people to do, like tag a friend who loves bacon, instead just ask a question. Who loves bacon? That is just as effective. And you can see how it also sounds more natural, like you're just having a conversation, right? Questions in your posts do really great for engagement. And that leads me to my next point, and I'll have some examples to show you. 7, don't broadcast. Engage. Broadcasting in your posts is like you're just telling people something, which is fine to do fundamentally. Sometimes we just have announcements or information we want to share with our audience. But whenever you can, try to open up the conversation by engaging. And the way to do this is by asking questions. You will always get more comments when you ask questions. And here are some examples. This post of my cinnamon roll necklace is just me announcing that I'm craving cinnamon rolls. There's no question in it, and you can see how many people this post reached. Only about 2,400 reached and 44 engagements. Another thing I actually want you to pay attention here too is I used a photo of my product on a white background, which some people might argue to say it's less engaging overall. But here is this other one of a super cute photo of my bacon and egg necklaces on a patterned background, which usually gets really good engagement because people love breakfast foods and they especially love bacon, and it's on a colorful, cute background, right? But all the post said was BFFs, and it only got 1,400 reached and 40 engaged. It actually got lower engagement than the cinnamon roll on a white background. Now compare those with this pecan pie post. It's on a white background and it says, "This is my favorite pie. What's yours?" I'm not saying leave a comment below with your favorite pie. I'm being very conversational and I have a question in my post. You'll also notice my posts aren't super long. They don't have to be. This post got more than double the reach and engagement of the other posts I just showed you. This one got 4,400 reached and 193 engaged. Here's another good example. And you'll see how these are all posts of my own products. This post is a group photo of a bunch of cheesecake necklaces. And I had a question in there asking if I should bring this necklace back to my shop. 5,300 reached with over 300 engaged. Are you starting to see a pattern? The posts that did well had easy to answer questions in them. So try this out the next time you post on Facebook. I'm gonna take that all back. Take it all the way back. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, stay tuned to watch this next video on the screen for more tips on how you can grow your handmade business, get more traffic, and make more sales. Leave a comment below with your favorite tip that I shared from this video. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video so that YouTube can share this with more creative business owners like yourself. Thank you so much for watching.